danced at the wedding I never had. Gave me away in my mind like any dad. I'm older now than you were then. What will it be like seeing you again? Will our reunion be happy or sad? Are you in the angel choir still singing bass? You serve the city and the scouts and men in space. I know that I was only 17. To me you were just like a king. Taught by example your humility and grace. So is there a heaven, and what's it like? Do you think they'll let me in? Is honesty still a virtue? 'Cause I haven't kept track of my sins. There are no reservations for a heavenly destination. And my rusty halo needs some polishing. Rusty halo may need a bit of polishing.
Kirby Hurd, Meet Me at the Gate, the last of Kim Lane's birthday selection songs.
Nice choice. Kirby is so great.
We are big fans of Kirby Hurd here. And y'all watching the live streams saw Kim playing along. But we're back here live now. No more Kirby Hurd, Kim Lane, Lucy Bella. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Hi.
Hi.
Lucy Bella, glad to have you back. And since you've been doing your world travels to New York City and everything, it's must be great to have Kim taking you to cool places.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. We're going to Paris in November, which is also going to be.
That's going to be super exciting.
That's not Paris, Texas. That's Paris, France.
We're going to real Paris. Yep.
Paris, Texas is nice, but not as nice.
No.
They got no Eiffel Tower there.
Well, Kim Lane, as you know, we like to start the show off with a little bit of live music.
Oh, I know. Who'd like to play?
So what you got?
Okay. Well, I did do some writing during the pandemic.
Yay.
And this song, well, I'll tell you a little bit about it when I get done playing it, I reckon. It's called 50 More. I'll take 50 more of these years, 50 more mountains to move, 50 more, I'm just getting started, 50 fewer things to lose, 50 fewer things to prove. I'll take 50 more. I'll take 50 more. May I never say back in my day I belong inside right now just like yesterday. And kids these days are the reason I know anything. Lead the way. I'm here to stay, I'm here to stay. 'Cause I'll take 50 more of these years, 50 more mountains to move, 50 more, I'm just getting started. 50 fewer things to prove, 50 fewer things to lose. I'll take 50 more. I'll take 50 more. Numbers have too much power. Hey, let's lose count of all the ways I can say yes, of why I'll stick around. You're stuck with me, you're stuck with me. So read between the lines on my face. Crack this smile of blessed years wide open. 50,000 reasons that I'm glad to be alive. Like new vintage, unbroken, unbroken. I'll take 50 more of these years, 50 more mountains to move, 50 more, I'm just getting started, 50 fewer things to prove, 50 fewer things to lose. I'll take 50 more. I'll take 50 more. I'll take 50 more.
Yay. Kim Lane live here in the studio.
Now, I've heard a lot of your songs. I never heard you do what you did in that one, which was a surprise part. We got, we're moving along, got the strumming, and then you got the... So tell us about when you're writing that song, if you remember, Kim. Did that just suddenly come to you, that B part of that song, or what happened there?
It just... I was thinking of the words that I was singing. I have nothing left to lose. Let's just beat on the guitar. Because I don't have a natural sense of rhythm. I really don't. It's work. And it actually helped me to get through that part and help me really pump it, I guess.
It was really effective.
Oh, thanks.
Really catchy and unexpected, which is, I like that.
It worked.
You.
It did. It worked well. And it kind of set a rhythm for the song, too. Good stuff.
Thanks.
And that's where when you're with 100,000 people, they'll all be
Kind along. Yeah.
that part.
Well, that I hope to never play it in front of 100,000 people, but
Well, now that we're on video, I don't think you've introduced your playmate today.
I haven't. And for those of you who have not met her before, this is my daughter, Lucy Bella Lane. Now with braces.
Yeah.
Yep.
And very cool patent leather combat boots.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, those are sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. She has her own pretty awesome sense of style. And she, too, has become, on her own, a singer-songwriter. She's been studying with Doug Baker now for over a year.
Nice.
But you don't have the ukulele with you today. You brought this guitar.
There's a ukulele.
Say again?
There is a ukulele.
There is a ukulele. So I also have to, for those of you either watching or not watching, it is like Christmas in here. There's this whole lovely birthday table, and you all surprised me with something behind us. My name somehow mysteriously ended up on the banner for WHUP Pass the Hat.
About time.
About time, right?
I mean, I never really think about stuff like that. But also this wonderful mug that is totally going to work with me.
I see you carved your name in it already.
Well, I think y'all did that. I do not have that kind of talent.
Now,
go ahead.
Kim, you were going to have a third person with you in the studio tonight.
Well, they had another obligation that came up. But my really good friend John Stevens, who it's his fault that I left my house with the guitar in the first place 3 years ago. all his fault.
Thank you, John.
Well, thank you. And so he now has a responsibility. I asked him, I don't know, a while back, I was like, hey, you want to celebrate my big old birthday with me in the studio? And he was like, yeah, cool. And so I said, just write a little something, 50 or horrible things, rhyme something with Metamucil, I don't know. And I don't know what he's done. I sent it to you, and I have not screened this.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah. I would. Are you sure it's okay for Lucy Bella to hear?
No. So we have some notes and we have the song.
Okay.
Folks watching the live stream are going to be watching Kim and Lucy Bella's reaction. What you're going to be hearing, though, is John Stevens' tribute to Kim Lane. Let's see if we can make this magic technology work.
It was probably back in May or June when Kim first came to me and told me that she's celebrating the big 5-0 this year. I was like, 50 years? Wow, that's a lot, And, so she said that she'd be celebrating on WHUP, the Pass the Hat show, where she hosts on a regular basis. And I said, are you going to be hosting or what are you going to do? And she said, no, I'll be on the other side of the mic. I'm going to play some songs. My daughter's going to play some songs. And she asked me maybe I could write a song to add to the mood or whatever, since I've known her for so long. And I said, sure, I'll go get right on that. So I went and I started brainstorming all the great things about turning 50. And I came up with a really hilarious song about falling down the stairs and breaking your hip or something like that.
I knew
and
it.
I left it. I didn't really look at it over the whole summer. And then just the other day, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, I decided to sit down and try to write a little bit better song that took a better picture of who she is. And that's what you guys are going to hear today. This is called She Runs. And if you know Kim, she's always running. She's a marathon runner. She's always out there in the mornings getting her run in. She's one of those people, which is great. It's healthy, I guess. If you're into it, you're into it. So anyway, the song, I think it does a good job, a much better job of capturing who she is in a whole bunch of different angles. And the pace of it, the finger picking, I feel like it keeps you moving through the whole thing. Pretty simple imagery all the way through. And one of the most important things, though, was I wanted to communicate the fact that she's not running from something. She's always running towards something, right? You hear these songs where somebody's running away from this, running away from that, but that's not Kim. Kim's always running towards something. So that's what I wanted to make sure was really captured in the song. And I did it in a whole 1970s kind of vibe, right? Like the sound of it to me screams the 70s, like early 70s, like real early 70s, like 50 years ago 70s. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. It's called She Runs, and happy birthday, Kim. Down to the riverbed she runs, out past the marketplace she runs, under the silver clouds she runs, yeah, she runs. Fine sun, the sunshine dances on the lane, the mist is rising from the morning's rain. Nothing there that's standing in her way. Yeah, she runs, seize the day. she finds along her way. She shares with those who may be gone astray. She shows them how not to be afraid. Yeah, she runs to light the way. In spite of all the things she's seen, her heart is still pinned on her sleeve. In her eyes, the world's still blue and green. Yeah, she runs toward her dreams. Down to the riverbed she runs, out past the marketplace she runs, under the silver clouds she runs. Yeah, she runs to find the sun. Yeah, she runs to find the sun. Yeah, she runs to find the sun.
All right, Sentimental Johnny, writing about somebody we know here who recently celebrated a birthday, Kim Lane.
That was a damn fine tribute right there. That was a song written by someone who knows you well and loves you. Is it dusty in here?
I'm fine. I thank you, John. I didn't expect that.
I hadn't noticed that he's right. Your left eye is green and your right eye is blue. Just like in the song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
No, that was nice.
I can't wait to hear the other song.
Okay. Yeah, don't. Oh, you mean
Yeah, this one. That's the one I meant. I didn't mean the one about breaking your hip falling down the stairs.
I mean, I was looking for, I was ready, I was bracing myself.
Yeah, she was talking about it yesterday, and she was just like, yeah, John wrote me like a song about breaking my hip.
Yeah.
Relatable.
Well, no, I was ready. I was prepared. But thank you. That means more than, you kind of left me without words. Congratulations.
Well done, Stevens.
Yep, well done. So, Lucy Bella, Lucy Bella, I don't ever really get to hear what she does, and I leave her to it. It's because I want to encourage your freedom of speech and music. So I have absolutely no idea what she's written, what she's doing.
We don't either.
All right.
Yep.
No one knows.
We love surprises.
All right. Well, that's a good thing.
No filters. We don't even have the mute button if you start saying bad words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't do that. That's your mother's here.
Oh, okay. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I didn't. Okay. Should I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm so over the threat of you being here. I'm so sick and tired of you pulling my hair. I know it hurts, but for some reason you've always liked the pain. But I found it once again, another persona. Are you really there? Sometimes I wish I wasn't. fed up in this news of you not being there, even when I was, 'cause I saw your stare. I know it's dumb, but I miss your old persona. I wish you could have seen the person I used to be. I was into everything you were into except for me. But I found it once again, another persona. Are you really there? Sometimes I wish that I wasn't. And I'm so fed up in the news of you just saying that I'm rude, but you don't know what it's like for you to not be here tonight. You don't think I miss you telling me everything will be okay. 'Cause I'm so fed up in the news of you telling me that I'm rude when I realize that I'm not.
Great chords. Love that song.
Thank you. Yeah,
Really nice chords.
I love that line. What was that? I was into everything that you were into except for me.
Except for me. Oh,
That's like a gut punch right there.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. What motivates you, Lucy Bella, to write songs?
Probably everyone around me. They're just like, oh my God, you're so good at singing. You should start writing music. And so I did. And now I stay in my room with my doors shut.
yeah.
So nobody can hear me. And
You do have a really nice singing voice. You really do.
thank you.
And
Yeah.
I've heard a rumor that with your door closed, you might be playing a little electric guitar.
Yeah, my dad bought me an amp, and you did too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that tell
Christmas.
us how fun is that?
It's been really nice because I can plug it and I can shut my door. And I did it one time while I was home alone, and it was so loud that it started to shake my room because I have like glass cabinets.
So now,
And-
when you sang that song, it's very quiet and right up on the mic.
Yeah.
When you start playing that electric guitar, are you considering going full punk and just
Oh yeah, sometimes
screaming into the microphone?
sometimes I scream. I wrote a song, and like in the middle of it, I literally just scream.
excellent?
And yeah, I have some interesting stuff. that
I can't wait for Lucy Bella the band to be here on Pass the Hat.
yeah.
I mean, I'm ready.
Melting faces.
I've ordered the shirts. I'm prepared. No, I'm ready for it. But it's funny. Lucy Bella has never been a loud person or showy person or seeking attention. So, knowing that this is part of your shtick, the screaming, I look forward to seeing that.
So the band will be like Lucy and the Bellas? Or?
I actually, one time I was in my room, and I was like, a lot of my friends know this about me, but almost everything that I like use, like apps and stuff, my name is always driving in the back seat. And that's like always been, I don't know, I've always wanted that to
Is that going
like
to be the band name?
Yeah, that's what I've always wanted.
That's actually a good
That's
band
a good
name.
name.
yeah, I like it. And so I always, use it for
Awesome.
everything. Yeah.
Well, Mama Lane,
Yes,
are you going to play us a song now?
I am. I'm going to play something that is, well, it's a redux. Numbers interest me.
Oh, not reflux.
Yeah.
I thought you said reflux.
No, I don't
Totally
have that.
different.
That's one health condition I have not acquired yet, and I really don't care to.
Redux
So-
spelled with a U.
Yep. Numbers and history and commemorations of dates is something that has always interested me. And so, and I grew up as a kid of the 70s and 80s. And so I grew up during that golden age of television. And one of the shows that I grew up listening to, and it debuted in 1971, for those of you who keep track of this stuff, is Norman Lear's All in the Family. And yeah, I don't know if you knew that.
I was just dropping my jaw because I'm expecting you to break out your Edna singing "Those Were the Days."
Well, that would be correct.
All right.
Because so what I did was I took the song, and I do actually love the opening to that song because it's just so Archie Bunker. But I also wrote some other verses to reflect the Generation X experience, to contrast with the very, as you would say, boomer experience of the opening of the song. So it's kind of a minimalist thing. They just hit a couple chords on the piano and sing. And yeah, so welcome to my inner Edith. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played songs that made the hit parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. And you knew who you were then. Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare state. Everybody pulled his weight. G.R.O. LaSalle ran great. Those were the days. Oh, the songs Madonna played. PMRC had labels made to keep her from turning us gay. Those were the days. Thought they knew who we were then. Slackers all and bad Christians. Mr. Reaganomics did not trickle down like they said. There never was a welfare state. Still can't pass the ERA. Ford Pintos are extinct today. Those were the days. Those were the days. I am sorry for that assault on your ears, listeners.
That was perfect.
Love that show.
I loved it.
I grew up in those times, and there's a rumor in the neighborhood that Archie Bunker was fashioned after my father, who was kind of rough around the edges but had a heart of gold. And that show was a trendsetter. It went into topics that TV back, in the 50s and 60s had never broached.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They risked being banned multiple times just for the topics they covered, and in a funny way, but also in a very poignant way.
I love the exchanges with Meathead, where it's Archie would debate the son-in-law of whether or not you put one sock on and then the shoe, and then the other sock in the shoe, or the two socks, which is hard. No, you put.
What if the house is on fire?
Or whether the toilet paper roll is like which direction it goes, when things like hilarious.
Well, and what I find now is they're rare, but I have conversations with people who still sound like Archie Bunker. And there's no irony.
You
and there's
dingbat.
no heart of gold behind it. It's just, you sound like Archie Bunker.
Yeah, he was a caricature for a reason. Caricatures exist for a reason. Those people are real.
So anyway, I had fun with that.
Well, that was well done.
That was
really
well interpreted.
Well, thank you. Well, taking you back, I guess, to my childhood. I don't do covers a lot. I think you all know that. But I wanted to share, if nothing else, with Lucy Bella, a couple of songs that were kind of formative to my childhood that we don't hear very much. And one of these, so I grew up with the Muppets, and you did too.
Hey,
you grew
Kim
up
Lane,
with.
do you have 30 seconds?
Do I have 30? Oh gosh, is that the time already?
It is that time
See,
already.
Time flies. Well, let me put down my guitar because I have to do some heavy lifting.
And the time is WHUP LP Hillsboro.
You are listening to Pass the Hat, and Pass the Hat is support for Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthew's Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina. The finest handmade, handcrafted chocolates, truffles,
And unbreakable.
gelato, and what's your favorite thing there? The sherbet.
Oh, yes,
sorbet.
The sorbet.
And those are not our opinions; those are just scientific facts.
We
that
have no
stuff
opinions.
is
We're not allowed
awesome.
to.
And of course, our guests always get a wonderful 1 pound chocolate bar,
So,
custom
Kim,
made
I mean,
each week
this
by
is-
Matthew for Kim. Hold that up, Kim.
Yes, this is. It's
i-
green,
it
which
is
is my
green.
favorite color. Yes.
Wow.
And delightfully shiny. And on the back, thank you, Matthew, if you're listening, because in this, I'm picky about what I like. I like dark chocolate, and he made the squishy things that I like. I like squishy things. So cherries, raspberries, and blueberries. Wow. All my favorites.
Yikes.
Yes.
Bam. And then there's
Yeah.
one more thing. If you can move your music stand a little bit to your left,
Okay, I can do that.
there's a blue box there. You need to move your mug and gently lift the lid. Grab that
Okay.
knob
Look
and
out,
just kind of
something might
lift it
jump
up.
out.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, here, you hold this.
Okay.
Try not to drop it like I do.
It's just more fun we have on Pass the Hat. Happy birthday, Kim Lane. Let's see what happens.
Do I just pick it up? Just
Yeah,
like.
gently just lift it up. Yeah, that's going to be just fine.
Oh my god! What?
Oh,
Oh my god!
That was perfect. Yeah, you did that very well.
oh.
Who did this? That is fabulous.
Okay, now that your heart is beating 400 beats per second, are you going to play us a song?
No. What? Well, first of all, what is this? And who did this?
Well, that's a company that doesn't support us.
Okay. Tell me later.
It's called Send Cake.
Okay.
But they make these cool little packages and all kinds of cool little like stuffed animals in there.
Gosh.
Isn't that fun?
Thank you guys.
And
That
butterflies.
just means the world.
That was
to
crazy.
have been doing this year. I have to play a song. I think I'm
Now you have to play a song.
Yes, absolutely.
Please. Okay. Here, you play with that. Okay. We're gonna run that by the cats. Oh, you know what? We can put that with the cats. We can repackage it and see what happens.
Cats can jump all the way to the ceiling.
Would that be fun?
Yeah, you'll have to
That's
video
terrible.
that.
All right, let's see if I can. This is not. I was surprised at how not easy of a song this was to play. I grew up with Sesame Street and the Muppets, and I'll tell you who my favorite Muppet was Grover. It was Grover and Kermit. Because, well, Grover's just so daggone optimistic.
Always.
Always. And even though he always acknowledges the darkness, he acknowledges that it's here and it's coming and, bad things happen. So we have Super Grover to solve them. But then you have Kermit, who's always the voice of reason, who he's not quite as optimistic.
He's the
but-
super ego.
Yeah, and he's sometimes, when his arms flail all around. Ah! Every once in a while I feel that way. But so I feel both of those characters kind of as I walk around. So here you go. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. Rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the love lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish will be heard and answered when wished on a morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed him. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Are these the sweet sounds that called the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something I want to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da dum. Da 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 dee da da dum. La da da dee da da dum. Da 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 dee da da dum.
Kim Lane here live in the Pass the Hat studios.
Just really, really nicely done.
I was about to break out my Grover voice, but nobody wants to hear that.
Lucy Bella grew up with that.
Yeah, ooh, that was nice.
Thank you. That's just one of my favorite songs in the whole world.
Yeah, that was well done. Thank you.
When I was a little girl, my favorite color, whenever people would ask me what my favorite color was, I would say my favorite color is rainbow.
Good call.
And I did that for years and years. And now I love this song even more now because it helps me to express solidarity and to be an ally for my friends who are LGBTQ.
Absolutely.
And to really stand with them. So do I get to ask Kirk to play a song?
You do. He won't be on video, so we just have to watch your reaction as he plays.
Okay. That's fair enough. Unless Kirk would like to be on camera, in which case I am all for that.
I look way better off camera.
I feel the same way. We dressed up today, right? We put on makeup, did our hair.
Kirk Ridge is getting his guitar ready.
I didn't put on any makeup, so I will stay off camera.
What you got, Kirk?
Got a guitar.
Nice.
Came from Canada.
Canadian guitar.
Boucher, A. This is, I'll be finger picking kind of softly, Bob.
I got you.
Something I don't do that much, but I think this song might fit in with the way the show is unfolded. Do you hear it whisper in the trees that suddenly appears? A secret melody carried through the years. If you believe in hope, well, hope will find a road. If you believe in fate, well, fate it knows when darkness closes in and it's getting late. Just follow love. 'cause love, it knows the way. The bitter cold means that spring will come, reveal the colors rarely seen, and the hottest summer day. It suffocates, but will be sent away by autumn's sweet release. If you believe in hope, hope will find a road. If you believe in fate, well, fate, it knows when darkness closes in and it's getting late. Well, follow love, 'cause love, it knows the way. Love, it knows the way. Love, it knows the way.
Yeah, Brother Kirk preaching the love here in the studio tonight. Good
Thank
stuff.
you, Kirk. That was beautiful. And I agree.
Totally.
Love and hope know the way. That what? How'd you? What motivated you to write that song? How did that come about?
I don't know.
He asks that of everybody.
He's such a good
Does he?
interviewee, right?
Right.
I mean, I really don't. I don't know about this one. I just, it's. I
happened.
started as I usually do with, the music and walking my way down the fretboard, and then finding the change of chords to what we call the bridge, and then just kind of images, I guess, in my mind, just thinking about stuff, and then it's then things floating around in the air, and you gently grab one and put it on the paper. Something like that.
It worked.
It did work.
It does. It was beautiful. And Bob Johnson, I know you're playing, right? Shall we pass you the
Playing?
handmade cigar box guitar?
Oh, I can play that, but I'm not intending to.
Oh. Thought we could get him this time. One of these days.
Oh, and by the way, everyone loves, especially Lisa Rhodes, loves your "What Would Dolly Do" shirt.
Oh, thank you. Thank y'all. That was just a little Christmas or birthday present too.
Happy birthday to yourself.
Yes, happy birthday to me. It fits.
Not only did Dolly contribute, I think, like $1 million to the Moderna vaccine effort, I heard recently that the song that Whitney Houston recorded.
Oh, why am I having a brain fart?
Something about flying.
I will
Always love you. Yeah.
That Dolly wrote, and she wrote as she was exiting the Porter Wagoner show.
Yeah, long ago.
That, of course, Dolly, that was the biggest song, one of the biggest songs of all, recordings of all time,
Yeah.
Whitney Houston's. And they even made a movie from it. And Dolly took, I heard, the proceeds from that song, which she got huge money, having written it, and gave it to African American communities and educational programs and things, and schools and things like that.
And she did that for years with no fanfare, without telling anybody. That just recently came out.
And Dolly is,
she is good people.
Somebody special.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I wrote, this is my most recent song, and I have to be honest, I write songs sometimes that are really hard to get through, as well as poems, because you guys know I'm a poet. If y'all have been listening for any time at all, you know I'm a poet, and I'm a performance poet. And I write things sometimes that it takes a lot of work for me to get through them so that I can have the audience enjoy an emotional response instead of me showing them mine. That's a really hard line to walk. And this was one of those songs. This took me a long time to write and to perform because I kept having an emotional response every time I played it. Yeah, weird. It doesn't even have a title. I don't know what to call it, but it's just, it conveys this sentiment that I have that life continues to take my breath away. That's it. And one day it's going to take my breath away, quite literally. You know what I mean?
Gee, I was feeling so great. until
Well, hopefully
she
we
had to
will.
bring that up.
Yeah.
And this guitar I'm playing is also about 50 years old. I'll tell you about later. When I see the sunflowers eye to eye all day with the light that gives her life, hangs her head at sunset to give the glory to the night, and it all takes my breath away. These simple, mighty moments, they take my breath away. This life, it takes my breath away. When I see the leaves turn, reminding me to let my hair down, take a rest. I've learned from autumn how to take the fall. I just let it go. Just catch the breeze. Just say yes. Just say yes. And it all takes my breath away. These simple, mighty moments, they take my breath away. This life, this whole life, it takes my breath away. And one day, this life will take my breath away. One final quiet moment will take my breath away. I'll face the light, let it carry me away. I'll take the fall, I'll let it go, let it go. Carry me, and it all takes my breath away. These simple, mighty moments, they take my breath away. This life, this whole life, it takes my breath away. This life, this light, take my breath away.
Kim Lane taking everybody's breath away here in the Pass the Hat studios.
Well, turned phrase, Bob.
Thank you. I was hoping you were to save me on that one.
I was about to, but I lost my breath.
Yeah, I hope nobody heard me coughing during that. It's yeah, it's breathtaking.
Thanks.
So Kim Lane, how does it feel to be your age rounds now to a century? If we're rounding to single digits.
Yeah.
You're a century old and you round to a century.
Well,
yeah.
okay, but he's right.
What's wrong with him?
That was like the first minute after her birthday time.
Exactly, rounded right up.
Round up. You have a cruel streak.
And you're older than me. Shouldn't you know?
Well, I know how it felt to me. I'm wondering how it feels to you.
Lucy Bella asked me this yesterday.
Yeah, I asked you that yesterday.
Doesn't feel any different, does it?
Actually, it kind of does. It's been feeling this way for a while, especially after the year and a half that we've had. I feel liberated in a lot of ways. First of all, I feel really grateful. I also feel really lucky because I know that not everyone makes it this far.
Sure.
And I know that I made a lot of good decisions along the way. I ate my veggies and I run and I exercise. But I also know I caught a lot of lucky breaks. And I also know that I've had a lot of people holding me up. And so if you're listening, you're probably one of the people who's held me up all of these years. So I appreciate you. So I feel liberated, though. Like I really have a feeling like I know who really cares about me. I know who has shown it, who's there all these years. And I also know what's important and what I'm able to let. And that's one reason I wrote that song, is that line that I wrote, I watched the autumn take the fall. I learned to let it go. Mm-hmm. And it's such a cliche, especially ever since that song came out. But it's like, I think I'm a better parent. I hope I'm an okay parent. But
if you would leave the room, we will have.
We can find out.
We'll discuss. But I feel like I'm a better parent because I'm able to decide this is worth kind of fighting for and this is not.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, it's a good lesson, Lucy Bella. The same lesson was in your song, which was, you can't control, the naysayers or those people who, won't help you and be part of your life. And so they're in the past. I mean, The minute the clock ticks, all that's in the past.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And we're moving on.
Mm. Yeah. So that's how it feels. I hope that all of you get to make it to this point. I hope you're taking care of your body and of your mind, and I hope you're willing to have your mind changed. That's the most important thing. I'm always willing to learn something new and to change my mind.
Yep. And speaking of moving on, I'm perplexed why you put your guitar down.
Because it's hard for me to talk when I'm holding it.
Okay.
Is all.
It's hard to move your hands when you're talking.
I do. I talk. I'm a hand talker. Isn't that awful?
It's a common and classic Irish way of being.
Thanks. Yes. That's really appreciated.
You better speak kindly of the Irish because we've got quite a collection of Irishness here, Irishosity here in the studio.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I've got time to do another song?
You've got time to do 2 more songs.
Okay, Bob. All right. All right. Well, let me tell you about my guitar. So this song, I've played this before, I think, on the show. But this is a song that is in honor of Norma Desmond, who she was, Gloria was, help me out with her last name, Gloria Swanson, was 50 years old when she, in 1950, released the movie Sunset Boulevard. And this was her comeback. This crazy role of Norma Desmond. It's one of my top 3 movies of all time. And when I read that, it made me love the movie more because look how beautiful she was physically. Look how vibrant she was. Gloria Swanson lived a very long life. She followed a good diet. She stayed active. And she just took the crazy and she was like...
She owned it.
Yep, hold my beer. So I wrote this song in the persona and for the persona of Norma Desmond to celebrate what a fabulous woman she was, or that I thought she was anyway. Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. Ready for my return, not a comeback. You know I hate that word. I'm still big. It's the pictures that got small. My face is still worth something, and I never had to talk. I'm still Norma, living in my silence. I'm still Norma, and I was someone. It's warm under the spotlight where you loved me. It's warm under the spotlight where you loved me. Mr. DeMille, my life has been a close-up. How will you find me in Technicolor and all this sound? I've lost all of my vision to hindsight. I've lost all of my vision to hindsight. I'm still big. It's the pictures that got small. My face has lost that something. Can you finally hear me? Do I have a voice at all? Miss Desmond, get ready for your close-up. Look into your own eyes. Hear what they have to say. Touch your face and read between the lines. Raise your voice into the spotlight and love yourself today. Raise your voice into the spotlight and love yourself today.
Yes.
Thanks.
Kim Lane doing some preaching of herself here in the studio. Love yourself today.
Well, that's, that's all we've got.
Yep, that's all we got. Well, we've got time for one more song.
Okay. Well, I figured I would play one of your favorites, Bob.
Wagon Wheel?
Ew. Is he still allowed to
Freebird.
do the show? He's not allowed to do the show.
I've got my lighter.
Is. He owns the key to the board. So
Great. That's super. Well, okay. This, I'm going to play the Tall Like Goliath.
Oh, that is such a good song.
Thank you. I know Bob likes this one.
It's a good song.
Well, I'm tall, and this is one of those songs that kind of wrote itself. It just happened.
This is the one that Bringing Your Army With You. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's powerful stuff.
Thanks. Funny story about this song. I couldn't find it. I've played this song from muscle memory for so long before the pandemic. I never wrote it down. It was all in my head, all the chords, everything. So I had to rewrite it and read. So if I screw it up, I'm sorry. I apologize. So yeah, this guitar, by the way, if David Childers this guitar is his fault. Remember when he came on the show a long time ago and he brought that beat up old guitar?
A beat up old mahogany top guitar.
Yeah, it was a Gibson.
Yep.
It was so his guitar is a little older than mine. This I think is a '69 mahogany, and I don't covet a lot of items, but I coveted that item, Sinful, and I ended up getting this for my birthday. 2 years ago? Yeah. This is my birthday present me 2 years ago at Lowe's Vintage. So here you go. I walked tall like a lion. My shadow lay across the day like a night. When I stood tall like a lion, I was alone in the fight. So I stand small now like David, with a pocket full of slingshot and an army holding stones. So I stand small now like David, and in the light I see I never stand alone. We stand in our stories like heroes. We hold our ground and one another's shoulders. If we make it out alive, we make it out together. Give thanks to one another. Give thanks to your army when the worst of it is over. When I stood tall like a lion, my shadow was too long see the way. No one on the ground could see my giant's eyes, that I was alone, that I was afraid. So I stand small now like David, and I gather all the stones together, held up by one another, held up by one another. We stand in our stories like heroes. We hold our ground and one another's shoulders. If we make it out alive, we make it out together, held up by one another. Give thanks for your army when the worst of it is over. Give thanks to your army when the worst of it is over. Thank you.
Kim Lane live here in the studio, wrapping up a fantastic hour of live music for her birthday. Happy birthday,
you.
Kim Lane.
And
Little
Lucy
twingy there
Bella,
at the end,
thank
sorry.
you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Always
Thank you,
great
Lucy
to see
Bella,
you.
and thank you, Kirk, and thank you, John Stevens.
Yes, John Stevens, that was a fantastic song. And y'all, we have to end the live stream now.
Yep.
Wave goodbye. Y'all
Bye.
watching the live stream, you don't have to stop listening to the music. Kim Lane will take over as celebrity guest host for the last half hour of the show. We're going to be playing some music here in a few minutes at WHUPFM.org, on the TuneIn app, on 104.7 FM if you happen to live in Hillsboro. So y'all keep listening. Live stream ends now.